since the whole fight between Nike and Royalty. Now, she did post on Instagram, "Can't post nothing without y'all being negative." Now, that's because people in her comment section keep bringing up Nike and even Kamari, saying things like, "Ill, Kamari better, Nike, PRP gang, and Kamari better." Someone even mentioned Leon and stated, "Your brother was crying," and Jahliyah responded with, "He cry when he mad." You guys know Jahliyah and Leon were both at the fight. They were supposed to stay in the car, but when their grandmother got hit, Jahliyah got out the car. Now, Royalty did ask Leon his feelings in her recent.
I said you changed ever since the fight, so you want to tell him why you was crying?
I was crying because I was like super mad, like because I didn't even get to do anything. I was just recording the whole.
But you did. I'm glad you stayed in the car and you did exactly what I told you to do. But Jahliyah only hopped out the car because, you know, Grandma got kicked or whatever. So I feel like Jahliyah did the right thing in a family situation.
He was out last night doing some business deals with a realtor out in Vegas. So now Royalty and CJ both are doing business with local realtors in the Vegas area. But now I do want to speak on another topic that I spoke about in my previous video when I stated that CJ borrowed money from an investor. Now I'm not going to go into full detail because I did that in my previous video, and if you guys have not watched that yet, I will link it at the top here. CJ borrowed $850,000 and he'll pay back 35% of his YouTube earnings, monthly YouTube earnings, until he pays this investor back $1.1 million. So now he allegedly did another deal with another investor for $825,000, meaning the total borrowed is $1.6 million, and he has to pay back $2.2 million. That would mean 70% of his monthly earnings is going back to these investors for this money that he borrowed. This is a lot of money, and if he's not making as much as he was making before on YouTube, I can only imagine how long it'll take to pay all of this money back. Probably over 10 years. CJ is about 34 years old now, so that means he'll be at 44 years old, still on YouTube, making payments back to these investors.
The way I'm gonna do my stuff is I'm gonna motivate everybody to try to bring more people in. So when they see that I made it, they can see that other black individuals, or even not just black people, other influencers can be signed.
When CJ was buying a lot of jewelry and he was even hopping on private jets with Royalty and the kids, and he was hanging around Bandman Kevo. Now, I'm not trying to put this off on anyone, but I wouldn't be surprised if Kevo is the one that brought this idea to CJ. If you guys know anything about Kevo, then you know something like this is right up his alley, which is why I wouldn't be surprised if he was the one that actually brought this terrible idea to CJ. So a lot of this is making sense as to when Royalty and the kids left, he got rid of his cars, he moved out of the house, he tried to go a cheaper route, even though I'm pretty sure where he's living now is still really expensive. It just makes sense as to some of the things that Royalty is stating that CJ cannot afford to give her money right now because 70% of his earnings is going to paying back this debt. Again, we don't know what he did with the $1.6 million. Maybe he still has some of the money left. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this whole situation down in the comment section below. Now, I do want to move on to this next topic with